Ryan, well, it comes around quickly, doesn't it? Another squad announcement. Talk to me about the changes, because there's two big omissions, which I'm sure you want to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Gareth, he's not trained really since he last met up with us. So that's a blow. Tom Lockyer just injured his ankle at the weekend. Nothing too serious, but he just won't be ready for the game. So that's unfortunate as well, because he's done really well for us.
Talk to me about the admission of Ashley Williams, because, you know, he hasn't been playing. He doesn't have a club. How tough has that been for you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he wasn't involved in the last squad, and we've got a real. Obviously, Ben Cabango got called up for the first time. Really impressed in training, and yeah, I mean, all the other centre halves, obviously Ethan going to Sheffield United, Joe Roden wasn't in the last squad, Chris Mepham wasn't, so they're all playing now. So we're okay in that department, and of course the likes of Ben Davies, Chris Gunter can also play there. So yeah, we should be okay there in the centre half positions.
You know, there'll be a lot of people saying now that is the end of Ashley Williams' career. Is that up to you to decide that, or is that his choice?
No, I think we're still speaking with Ash. I don't think it's the end. You know, I've always said it doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter to me, whether it be the younger players coming in or older players who are playing well for their clubs. It's a bit different with Ash at the moment because he's not playing. So no, it's definitely not the end, but obviously it's better, as I've always said, if players are playing.
Now, Gareth Bale, obviously, a move to Tottenham. Thoughts on that? Because obviously you're a Man United supporter, ex-player, and there were rumours he was going to go there. So how are you feeling about him going to Tottenham?
No, I mean, obviously it's a club that he knows well, and it gives us a chance. Obviously, it's been well documented that Gareth hasn't been playing at Madrid, so it gives him a chance to get some playing time because it doesn't matter who you are, you need to play games. And even though Gareth has started probably the last 10 games for me, he's not been playing on a regular basis. So he's at a club that he knows. It's good for the Premier League to have someone of Gareth's quality back in the league, and obviously it's great for Gareth and for Tottenham.
How big a miss will he be in these upcoming games? Because we know that, you know, it's not only if he's not maybe 100% physically right, but he has such a presence, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. You know, when Gareth turns up, obviously it's great for everyone, but it gives a chance for us to look at other players as well. We will miss him because you know, he's been the captain. He's a leader on and off the pitch, and of course, you know, someone of Gareth's quality, you're always going to miss. But like I say, it does give a chance for someone else to state the claim.
I mean, it's only a media kind of observation, but he looks a happier man already. He was cheering last night, obviously, when Spurs beat Chelsea. But it's good for Wales, isn't he, that he's going to be back playing and at a place where it's obvious the fans are just going to love him.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's like I said, it's a place which he knows well. Obviously, if the players aren't probably there when he left the club, but he knows the club. He'll know the people around the training ground, and you know, I think he said himself, it's going back home. So, yeah, it's good. It's I think everyone's excited to see him play in the Premier League. You know, someone of that quality and of that class, and obviously he's gone to a good club. He's playing under a good manager. And yeah, with him playing regularly, it can only be good for us as well.
Now, you've given 18 debuts in your time as well, manager. Another one, Norrington Davis, first call-up. Let's talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, he's someone obviously who we've been keeping tabs on. I watched him for the first time for the 21s, I think against Germany at the racecourse. Obviously, Robert Page, an assistant, knows him well. And at Sheffield United, was on loan last year at Rochdale, and now I watched him last week against United. He did really well for Luton. He's at Luton at the moment. So yeah, we're a little bit short with just Ben. Obviously, we have Nico and Guntz who can play left back. But yeah, he's someone who can play centre half, someone who can play left back, and looking forward to working with.
We've spoken before about youngsters coming through. You know, Are there any others we should be aware of in the leagues that you're keeping an eye on? Because you seem to be picking these players up, and they seem to be coming in as soon as you call them up, really.
Yeah, I think, what it showed me since I've been in the job, that you need a big pool of players, because you always, you have an idea of a squad, you have an idea of a team, and it never works out. So you have to have sort of a pool that you can call upon, that knows how you want to operate, know how we want to play. And it can only be beneficial, because you never get the squad that you want. So it gives us a chance to look at players, obviously with the Euros in mind. The players that have come in have done really well. And a lot of them know each other, especially the younger players. And it's just about, I've talked about it before, getting them two positions, and for two players for each position, and not necessarily weakening the team or the squad if another player has to come in.
We've talked about as well age groups and the way that some of the players are coming through. We've seen the likes of Ben and some of the other youngsters. Can you give us some names of ones on your radar, youngsters we should be looking at, or do you want to keep them maybe cards?
No, I mean, it can change. It can change, because players maybe have gone away and not quite played regularly, and then they go to a club, play regularly, and capture that form that they had when they were younger. So no, I haven't really got any names to give you, but yeah, you just have to keep an eye on some of the younger players that we have got coming through. But we have got a young squad at the moment, and a lot of young players who have caught the eye, who obviously we've given chances to.
Well, one person who's not so young but glad to be back is Aaron Ramsey. He's, you may not have Bale, but Ramsey just as world class, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, and it looks like he started life under the new manager, under Pirlo, really well. Played the first game, played 90 minutes, then played the second game. So again, he can make all the difference, Aaron, with his quality. He showed that in the last couple of games in the Euro qualifiers. And of course, he's at a really good club, and yeah, it'd be great to see Aaron and work with him again.
How much are you looking forward to this Wembley game? I think given the circumstances around COVID, we need a bit of cheer, and England-Wales is one that can certainly do that for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I was really excited, obviously, when it got announced, the game, when we could sort the game out. Obviously, it helps logistically that it's just down the M4, and, we can work around it a lot easier than maybe flying abroad. So, excited, as always, when there's England-Wales games. And obviously, it's a shame that there's not going to be a crowd and the fans aren't able to see it. But, yeah, I'm sure people will be tuning in and watching it and looking forward to it, because it is a fixture that captures the imagination.
And then also you've got those Nation League matches. Wales top of the group. You've built this great momentum now. Are you in an even better place than you were this time last year, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great start. So we can't get carried away. We've got to keep going. We've got to keep improving, which we need to, which we will do, and get ourselves in a position in the Nations League that we're very hard to sort of catch. So we're not getting carried away. We're not getting excited. We can get better. But I was really pleased with the performances and the results, considering the circumstances. A lot of the players hadn't played. Very few training sessions, and we were able to sort of really grit out 2 results.
Nico Williams, obviously, we had such a great debut for Wales. You seem like you got a great relationship with him, but he's had a bit of a hard time in the last week with trolling on social media about his performance for Liverpool. Have you spoken to him? Because, he's such a young lad, and how do you feel about that?
No, I didn't know about that until you just mentioned it. But all I could say, working with Nico the last camp, was fresh air, the enthusiasm, the quality that he brought. And yeah, it's something that unfortunately young players have to deal with now, which I didn't have to deal with when I was coming through. The social media aspect and the pressure that young players are on. 2 good games are the best, the world class are the best thing since sliced bread. 2 bad games, they're awful, they're finished. So it is that sort of position that young players find themselves in, and all you can do is surround yourself with good people. Obviously, he's at He's at a fantastic club, a brilliant manager, and he's got the right people around him, both club and country.
I think that goal against Arsenal would have got you a few retweets, mind.
Yeah, I don't think social media was there back then. It was that long ago, but yeah.
Very last question. Are you going to go for it against England, or is it going to be a bit of an experimental side and give people some minutes?
Yeah, it's a balance because it's 3 games in a short space of time, and we'll look at the players' minutes that they've played. Some who need minutes, some who perhaps have played a lot of football in a short space of time, and of course the good thing that we have got with these 3 games now, we've got 6 substitutions with the England game, and then 5 with the remaining 2. So that has helped us because with the 3 substitutions, it was tight. I found it tight last time. I found it difficult. But this gives you a little bit more leeway, so you are able to manage the minutes a lot better.
Well, let's hope you get that first win against England.
Thank you.